Hey guys, it's Geeky here, and today we're checking out a new game called Series. It is by NBCUniversal, and it is just like all of those other games, episode, choose your story, or like what's your story choices. There's a lot of them, and it's pretty much the same concept as those, but with a different set of stories. It kind of reminds me of Choose Your Story because this has actual known movies and TV shows to choose a story. It gives you two to start off with, The Breakfast Club and Saved by the Bell. We are going to go with The Breakfast Club because I am a super fan of The Breakfast Club. I remember reading fanfic of, what happened the Monday after and things like that. So this is going to be really fun. It seems as though the story is you are put in, or your character is put in detention with The Breakfast Club. And what decisions would you make and how would you change things? I cannot wait to get started. Yes, there is no gate, no lock, no bolt that you can set upon the freedom of my mind. Shermer High School, Friday, March 23rd, 1984. Shermer High School, Shermer, Illinois, 60062. So this is Friday. It's your first day of school. It's never easy being the new kid. But it's even harder when you transfer in the middle of the school year. And in your case, under less than desirable circumstances. The bell rings for your next class. You take a seat in the back, trying to keep a low profile. I wonder, am I going to be in detention with them? After sizing up the other students, you turn to the window and stare at your reflection. Choose how you look for the rest of the show. You'll have some chances to change your outfit at different parts of the story. How do I look? I don't really love it, but we'll say we will. Bailey Smith. I'm gonna go with Bailey Smith. Certain outfits will change how your story plays out and how people will react to you. Wear something that'll make you stand out on your first day of school. Okay, so we have 55. Whoa, that's locked. I'm gonna buy that for 20. Oh, I like that. So that's basic. I don't like that. So obviously we're going to have to pick up something. I like that one. That's kind of no. Let's go with this. All right. A geeky student in front of you turns around. It's Brian! Excuse me. I just had to remark on your awesome outfit. Very cool. I wanted to make a good first impression. You definitely succeeded. Sucks to be the new kid, huh? Be vulnerable, be cool, be funny. Let's be funny. Well, considering it's 11:15 a.m. and I'm still with you free, I consider that a small victory. Brian laughs. I wish I could say the same. Brian tugs at the back of his pants. Poor Brian. So, what's your name? I'm Bailey. I'm Brian. Do you like history? It's my favorite class. Mr. Russell keeps it pretty interesting. You'll love her. Mrs. Russell, sorry. The door opens and a severe-looking man in a dated suit steps into the room. That's not how I pictured Mrs. Bailey. That's Vice Principal Vernon. There are audible groans from the students. Aww. All right, listen up, people. Your beloved Mrs. Russell is out for the rest of the semester due to what is officially being called exhaustion. Yours truly will be filling in until further notice, which means you may actually get an education for a change. Only if it's a course on how to be an asshole. Andrew! A few students laugh. You turn to see Andrew, a jock in a Letterman jacket, trying to stifle a snicker. Mr. Clark, would you care to repeat that? Vernon stares at Andrew for a painfully long time, until Andrew looks down at his desk. I thought so. Vernon turns his attention to you. We have a new student joining us today. Everyone please welcome Bailey to our fine academic institution. A smattering of students offer a murmured greeting. Why don't you tell everyone why you're here at Shermer? Choices you make will have an impact on the rest of the story. You can choose to be sincere, sarcastic, defiant, or any mix of the three. Over time, people's behavior towards you will shift based on your choices. We're just going to be sincere. It's the vice principal. Why would we be anything but? Seems like a nice school, and I'm looking forward to a fresh start. Well, it certainly sounds like you could use one. Whoa! Excuse me? I read your file. Claire, a fashionably dressed girl in the front row, raises her hand. Mr. Vernon, isn't that kind of private? I don't think that's any of your concern, Claire. Vernon moves in closer to you. He was an a-hole, wasn't he? Shermer's a good school, thanks to me. And I'm going to make sure it stays that way. Understand? Maybe we should just get on with class. It's getting late. Vernon turns around to Claire. I don't think you, of all people, should be talking about being late for class. Claire looks down sheepishly as Vernon turns to the rest of the class. Let's get something clear. I control the time in here. Excuse me, sir? Time manipulation is a physical impossibility. Huh? I did a paper on it. I got an A, sir. Watch it, Johnson. You're in enough trouble as it is. Vernon points to Claire and Andrew. I suggest you both keep your mouth shut. You're in enough trouble as it is. Unless you'd care to spend Saturday in detention with him. Vernon motions towards himself. Because this asshole is starting to get agitated. I don't know. Defend your classmates, mock Vernon, or get aggressive. We're not going to get aggressive. That's crazy. Mocking him? Why would we defend people? We don't even really know them. But why would we mock him? Okay, I'm better off defending them. Story branch. Uh-oh. Sir, I think they're just excited to get class started. I love history. You said it yourself, sir. We're actually going to learn something. For a change. Are you sassing me? No, sir. I'm quoting you. Vernon sizes you up. Sorry, I don't buy it. So guess what, Miss Not-So-Goody Two-Shoes? You just bought yourself Saturday Detention. Vernon locks his steely gaze on you. Welcome to Shermer High. I feel like we were going to end up in detention no matter what. Vernon slams a detention slip on your desk. See you Saturday, sunshine. Kinda knew that was gonna happen. Your grandfather looks at you with stern but caring eyes. I may be hard of hearing, but I believe you and your parents told me you had to leave home because of severe allergies? But I didn't survive World War II, the Great Depression, without developing a good bullshit detector. So tell me, what's really going on? I made some mistakes. You stare out the car window, unable to make eye contact. I made some mistakes at my last school. Like what? I don't want to tell you. Your grandfather pinches your arm. Ow! If it's something you can't tell me, then you deserve that. Your grandfather sighs and shakes his head in disappointment. I promised your parents I would make sure you got your diploma. So even though I love you, if you leave me no choice, I will make life very unpleasant for you. You hear me? Yes, Grandpa. Keep your head down and your nose clean. What? Nose clean? Because if you screw up here, your next stop is Calvin Military Academy. You do a sarcastic version of a military salute. Your grandfather goes to pinch you again, but this time you dodge it. This is not a joke, Bailey. You don't want to go to military school, believe me. My advice? Be mindful of who you make friends with. Because the people you surround yourself with, they define you. Thanks, Grandpa. Have a nice detention. You get out of the car and your grandfather starts to pull away. Just as a surly-looking burnout walks in front of the car. Your grandfather slams on the brakes. Bender. Like, this is weird. Like, how is it? Everything was so perfectly balanced and worked out wonderfully in the movie. And, like, you're throwing another person in the mix. How is this going to work? Watch where you're going, jerk off. You could have killed me. Defend your grandfather? Screw you. You came out of nowhere. Bender walks towards you aggressively. Excuse me? You want to repeat that? What, you gonna beat up a girl? You were the one who stepped in front of the car. Oh yeah? Well, I got a witness. He points to a disheveled-looking girl watching you silently. Didn't you see them hit me with their car? The girl's eyes widen. She turns silently and runs towards the school. Just then, your grandfather lays on the car horn and steps out the car. What the hell? Get out of here, you snot-nosed commie punk. Get some glasses, you old geezer. Bender shoots you a look as he turns on his heel and stretches towards the school. Uh-oh. Your stomach gurgles angrily as your grandfather's signature breakfast of scrambled eggs and prune juice comes back to haunt you. You run into the school and search for the closest bathroom. What? We're sick? 7:07. By the time you get to the library, detention has already started. Vernon turns around to see you. Well, if it isn't Miss Not-So-Goody-Two-Shoes. A word to the unwise, don't stick your neck out for any of these folks. They're not worth it. Vernon checks his watch. You're 7 minutes late. You'll make it up at the end of detention. Take a seat. You've got quite a cast of characters to choose from. The brain. The basket case. The princess. I'm loving this. The athlete. And the criminal. Oh my goodness. What? Who would you sit next to if you were in detention with them? Not the criminal. Like, he just got, crazy with you. The princess and the athlete? The basket. We already know the brain. Story branch. You've made an impactful choice. You take the seat next to Brian. He smiles and gives you an encouraging nod. All right, people, we're going to try something a little different today. Vernon strolls by the students, placing a piece of paper and a pencil in front of each of them. We're going to write an essay of no less than 1,000 words, describing to me who you think you are. Maybe you'll learn a little something about yourselves. Maybe you'll even decide whether or not you care to return. Brian raises his hand and stands up. I can answer that right now, sir. That'd be no. No for me. Sit down, Johnson. Thank you, sir. Brian sits back down. My office is right across the hall. Any monkey business is ill-advised. Any questions? Will this go on our permanent record? Yes, it will. So think carefully about your behavior going forward. Any other questions? Yeah, I got a question. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? I'll give you the answer to the question, Mr. Bender, next Saturday. Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns. He turns to you. And you, if you really think that you're going to get away with the same crap you pulled at your last school, you would be sorely mistaken. Vernon turns on his heels and leaves. It's the shits, huh? Yeah, it could probably be a bit more awesome. Bender fixes you with a withering look. So, what'd you do to become the apple of Vernon's eye? Be honest? We don't even know what we did. What? Let's be honest. Just got into a bit of trouble. Oh yeah? Like what? You don't have to tell us. No, I want to know what you did that got Vernon's panties in such a bunch. Vernon wears panties? Shut up, Johnson. Leave her alone, Bender. She just got here. Oh, are you in love? Or are you just looking for anyone with a pulse so you can finally lose your virginity? Just because you live in here doesn't give you the right to be a pain in the ass. It's a free country. Andrew shakes his head in frustration. Well, hey, Sporto, what did you do to get in here? Forget to wash your jock? Andrew glares at Bender, who turns his attention back to you. Well, Bailey, we're waiting. Claire turns around to you. Just ignore him. Sweets. You couldn't ignore me if you tried. Mock Bender. Does that mean she could ignore you if she doesn't try? Huh? Claire laughs as Bender tries to work through the logic. Sorry, didn't mean to make your brain bleed, Bender. Whatever. Claire smiles at you. You know, Bender, if you disappeared forever, it wouldn't make any difference. Allison looks up, taking an interest in the conversation for the first time. Bender takes a second to absorb the hit and comes up with his response. Well, I'll just run right out and join the wrestling team. Maybe the prep club too. Andrew and Claire laugh. Nah, they wouldn't take you. I'm in the math club. You know why guys like you knock everything? You know why guys like you knock everything? It's because you're afraid they won't take you. I'm in the Latin club. Well, it wouldn't have anything to do with you activities people. What? Well, it wouldn't have anything to do with you activities people being assholes now, would it? Well, you wouldn't know. You don't know any of us. Well, I don't know any lepers either, but I'm not going to run out and join one of their freaking clubs. Let's make him feel guilty. Hey, asshole, my brother is a leper. Seriously? Bender looks like he almost feels a little bad for what he said. No, I'm actually an only child. But you kind of felt bad for a second. Allison laughs. Bender cracks a smile. I'm in the physics club, too. Excuse me a sec. Bender turns from you to Brian. What are you babbling about? I'm in the math club, the Latin club, and the physics club. Bender turns to Claire. Do you belong to the physics club? Academic clubs aren't the same as other kinds of clubs. Ah, but to dorks like him they are. Bender shifts his attention back to you. Will you be joining any clubs? I like clubs. Maybe. There are some cool clubs. Well, the only ones I'm interested in are the ones that play rad tunes and serve stiff drinks. Look, you guys keep up your talking and Vernon's gonna come right in here. I gotta meet this Saturday. And I'm not gonna miss it on account of you boneheads. Oh, and wouldn't that be a bite, missing a whole wrestling meet? You'd never miss it. You don't have any goals. Oh, but I do. I want to be just like you. I figure all I need is lobotomy and some tights. You wear tights? No, I don't wear tights. I wear the required uniform. Tights. Shut up. Just then, Vernon walks out of his office and heads down the hallway. What do you say we close that door? We can't have any kind of party with Vernon checking us out every few seconds. Shouldn't we be getting started on our essays? Bender turns his attention to you. So, Hotshot, you gonna help me close that door or what? Ah! What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Yeah, let's close the door. I think we could probably use some privacy. That's the spirit, Bailey. Come on. You follow Bender towards the front door. You keep a lookout for Vernon. I'll get this door closed. You keep a watch as Bender starts to unscrew a bolt on the door hinge. Come on, guys. Don't screw around. Allison looks up from her drawing, curious about the goings-on. Just then, the screw comes out, and the door is slammed shut. That's very funny. Come on, fix it. You and Bender return to your seats. Footsteps can be heard coming down the hall. Vernon pulls open the door and rushes into the library. Who closed that door? Vernon turns to Bender. I think a screw fell out of it. Vernon turns to Allison. Who? Allison freaks out. She makes a squealing sound and then slams her head on the desk. She doesn't talk to her. Vernon turns back to Bender and sticks out his hand. Give me that screw. I don't have it. Screws fall out all the time. The world's an imperfect place. Vernon turns to you. Where's the screw? Be evasive. Uh-oh. I didn't see anything, sir. Maybe it's somewhere over by the door? Alright, that's it. I'm gonna be right outside these doors. The next time I have to come in here, I'm cracking skulls. Vernon opens the door and it slams shut behind him. 9:30. Bender is tearing the pages out of a book and tossing them around the room. That's real intelligent. You're right. It's wrong to destroy literature. It's such fun to read. Hey, Bailey, that was really cool what you did yesterday. What did she do yesterday? Vernon took over history class yesterday for Mrs. Russell. He was giving Claire a hard time. Bender reacts in mock horror. Oh no, not dear sweet Claire. Knock it off, Bender. Yeah, well, Vernon was really laying into her. And Bailey stuck up for me. That's why she's in detention today. It was pretty ballsy. And really cool. Set the praise. Thanks. I guess it was kind of ballsy for my first day. Andrew looks over at Claire. Hey, you grounded tonight? My mom said I was, but my dad told her just to blow her off. But my dad told me to just blow her off. There's a big party at Stubby's. Parents are in Europe. Should be pretty wild. You gonna go? I doubt it. How come? Well, because if I do what my mother tells me not to do, it's because my father says it's okay. It's a total drag. It's like any minute, divorce. If you had to choose between them, who would you pick? I don't think either one of them gives a shit about me. It's like they use me just to get back at each other. Aha! Everyone looks up in surprise, as it's the first word Allison said all day. Claire turns around to Allison. Shut up. Oh, the problems of a poor little rich girl. You sit back and let the conversation continue. You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Yeah, well, if I didn't, nobody else would. Oh, you're breaking my heart. Claire gives Andrew the finger. Oh, obscene finger gestures from such a pristine girl. I'm not that pristine. Are you a virgin? Claire is uncomfortably silent. I bet you $1 million that you are. It's none of your business. Why is that any of your business? Do you think it's cool to harass girls? Newsflash, it's not. Claire smiles at you appreciatively. Bender continues pushing Claire. Let's end the suspense. Is it going to be a white wedding? Why don't you just shut up? Claire's eyes well with tears. Leave her alone. Bender continues to stare intensively at Claire. Intensely. I said, leave her alone. You gonna make me? Yeah. Bender coolly steps on top of the table, onto a chair, and right into Andrew's face. You know something, man? If we weren't in school right now, I'd waste you. Stop it. Just stop it. Sobbing Claire runs to the back of the library. Premium Choices give you exclusive opportunities for friendships, romance, and adventures. We started your account with some free gems. Try it out. I would ignore her, but we'll console Claire. You've made an impactful choice. What happened to her music? You follow after Claire and find her crying in one of the aisles. Hey. Give her a tissue, tell her a joke. Knock knock. Claire does not appear to be in the mood for knock knock jokes. Knock knock. Claire purses her lips. Who's there? To who? It's to whom. You might have known that if you didn't skip class to go shopping. You stick your tongue out playfully. Claire gives you a poke. Very funny. I'm sorry for not sticking up for you before. I should have said something. It's okay. You already stuck up for me once this week. Yeah, but it's no fun getting ganged up on. Claire wipes away some tears and smiles at you. I mean, I know I'm not some starving kid in Africa. Your problems are still valid. That doesn't mean your problems aren't totally valid. It's all relative. Thanks. It does get hard sometimes. It's not fun being a pawn in someone else's game. I thought you were the queen. Claire smirks at you. And I think the reason Bender is giving you such a hard time is because he likes you. No way. You think so? It's like when the boys would pull your pigtails on the playground. I wouldn't know. I always had a bowl cut. Well, you're familiar with the concept. Yeah. Well, either he likes you or maybe he's just a psychopath. Or maybe both. Claire chuckles. Thanks for coming over to cheer me up. I know we don't really know each other or anything, but I feel like we could be friends. Me too. Thanks for coming over to cheer me up. Claire gives you a warm hug. Should we head back to the group? The way Bender and Andrew were going at it, we might have one less student by now. Yeah, let's go. You and Claire return to the group, where the fight between Andrew and Bender has continued to escalate. Let's end this right now. The music. You don't talk to her, you don't look at her, and you don't even think about her. You understand me? I'm trying to help her. Punch Bender? This isn't even about her. Come on, guys. This isn't even about Claire. It's about your oversized egos. Andrew stops to consider what you said, but Bender's not having any of it. Bender goes to smack Andrew across the face, but Andrew quickly gets the better of him and pulls Bender to the ground with a wrestling move. Bender struggles, but he can't break free from Andrew's hold. I don't want to get into this with you, man. Andrew shoves Bender further into the floor and jumps to his feet. Why not? Bender gets up. Because I'd kill you. Andrew shakes his head. It's real simple. I'd kill you and your fucking parents would sue me. And I don't care enough about you to bother. Chicken shit. Andrew turns and walks away. Bender pulls out a switchblade and opens it with a click. Andrew turns back around to see Bender stabbing the knife into a chair. While Andrew and Bender continue to jaw at one another, you catch Allison eyeing the knife. Keep the knife away from Allison. Let Allison take the knife. You sit back and watch as Allison pulls the knife out of the chair. Just then, the library door opens with a bang. With the knife dangling from her hand, Allison stares into the eyes of Vernon like a deer in the headlights. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? My persona, open book. You wear your heart on your sleeve and are beloved for it. You choose to act as a lookout for Bender. You chose to act out as a lookout for Bender. What is this? Open book. What is happening? Okay. Let's go home. Congratulations, you earned 1 gem. Oh, wait. I want to go back. No, I think I can tap. Maybe I could tap. This is where you can see your progress. You get 1 gem every time. Tickets are used to play. Okay. Hello. Okay, so okay. Series info. That's just that. Settings, account, FAQ. So I can't go back and see. I just would have to go in and play. I was going to see if it would go over all my choices. Oh well. All right, guys. That's going to be it. This was like a long first episode. There are 12. So we're going to try to finish these all out. I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know in the comments what you think and if you would have made some of the same choices as I.